guys, welcome to our second joint vlog ever. This one's actually going to be about Christmas gifts.
What to buy children, wives, spouses.
This is all stuff that we have either purchased for each other, we have been gifted it, or we have gifted it to our friends and family. We'll jump right into our less than $25 category.
Which is also going to be good for white elephant exchanges. If you guys are going to white elephant exchanges for your company, really good area.
The very first thing I would say is a crock pot. So crock pots are almost always under $25 and they are so useful. I have purchased one for my sister, my best friend, my mom. I mean,
we have like 1,000 crock pots.
We have 6, and that's a lot, I understand. The second gift that I would say is a grow at home herb kit. That's again for someone who enjoys cooking. So if they don't enjoy
anybody that enjoys herbs,
basil, parsley, stuff like that, to have fresh herbs on your countertop or just real close, it's very nice. Next on our list is our Betty Crocker Cookbook, which
this is a must for me.
Nick doesn't actually know, but I did use this a lot when I was first learning. This is for an inexperienced chef. It's a really good cookbook.
Some more really good things is going to be a heavy duty grill set. So it comes with a cleaner, comes with stuff to cook food with, comes to carry it on. Really, really helpful for somebody just starting out with like a grill or moving into their first place. Another thing is going to be a 5-pack of iPhone cords. It has like 5 different varieties of length cords. Kinsey loses all of the cords, so we have to buy as many as we can and we stock up on them. Pretty inexpensive too, so really good gift. Another really great gift, it sounds kind of bougie and I used to make fun of people that use these, but it's gonna be this Samsonite bead sleep mask. It's actually really helpful. We bought it for our flights to Europe. It was like a 12-hour flight. I use it every day still.
It has little micro beads in it, so it's thick. You can kind of see how thick it is, but you can shape.
It's a thick one.
You can shape the micro beads to like your eye
like your
socket.
face. Look at this.
It's super nice. So next on our list, I would say a KitchenAid edge beater attachment. This one has a little silicone edge that actually scrapes your bowl as the KitchenAid is turning around. So if you know someone who already has a KitchenAid, great addition. The next couple of things are cookbooks. I have a collection of cookbooks, but this year I've actually found some really amazing ones. The first one I want to go through is the Pretty Dish. This is by Jessica Merchant, and every single recipe has a picture. That was amazing. The next one is Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen, super hot. I bought it just for the pictures of her.
Her Cravings. This is her second installation of Cravings Hungry For More. This did come out this year. She is absolutely hilarious and she has some great information. The last one is Magnolia Table by Joanna. This one was just a good addition because she has so many different kinds of recipes that I'm not familiar with cooking. So her desserts are absolutely amazing too. But all 3 of those have my recommendation.
The last item in this under 25 category is going to be Overandback serving bowls. I was given the task to model them for you.
We were given these bowls by our neighbor for our wedding. She bought them at Costco, but I've linked them through Amazon down in the blog post if you do want to purchase them. I use these bowls all the time.
So our next set is going to be the $25 to $50 range. So this is for someone that you like a little more than that $25 range. Probably not going to get at the white elephant, something that you're like, oh, you know what? I kind of like this person a little more than $25 is what I want to get them. That's fair.
I agree with that. Yeah. Okay.
So the first thing is going to be some Patio string lights. Really, really good ambiance lights. And we have like 8 sets in our backyard, so we love the heck out of these things.
Next up would be Pyrex Measuring Cups. So I absolutely love Pyrex for everything in the kitchen. These measuring cups I use every single day, so they're great for liquid. You can mix things in them. They're just fabulous. Definitely go get a set. Up next would be Dr. Teal's soaking solution. Sounds kind of cheesy, but this stuff is amazing. So even Nick, I don't know if he'll actually admit it on camera, but takes baths all the time. He does. And I almost always use Dr. Teals. I love Dr. Teals. Up next would be Hydroflask. You guys have seen and heard me talk about Hydroflasks 1,000 times. This is a 32 ounce. You can now purchase them with the straw lid. These are absolutely amazing. They keep your hot stuff hot, your cold stuff cold. They're easy to carry around.
So the one negative thing about 32 ounces is it doesn't fit in a traditional car cup holder. So So if you want to get a smaller one, you can do that, or if you just want to rock the big one.
The 40 ounce actually does fit. It's taller and skinnier, so it actually fits in a cup holder. We may have to get a couple of those.
The more you know.
Up next, we registered for a bamboo cheese board for our wedding, and we got it, and it was amazing. So it's this fancy little cheese board in the center.
It's super fancy.
In the center, it's just a normal little cutting board. Around the edges, it holds crackers, and it has a drawer that has 4 different knives that I have no idea how to use for what cheeses, but we'll learn.
The next thing's gonna be a Nursal. It's for your neck and your back, and it looks like this.
It goes over your head.
It goes over this. Here, a little demo. And then you can pull this out this way with your thumbs or hands, and you can really like work. Oh wow. You can really work that into like whatever spot. Because I have to tell her like, oh, go up, oh left, actually a little right. This one you can just work wherever you want to. So it's really, really beneficial if you have a lot of back pain. I think.
Our last thing in this category is going to be an Oster electric wine opener. So this one is really nifty. I wouldn't say it's a necessity. It's definitely a luxury item.
There's literally up, down. You can't mess this one up. I love wine. I literally still don't know how to use an old school wine opener. This just makes my life so much. I don't look dumb. I can open every bottle. Like, this is fantastic.
You just hold it in place and it does the work for you. Our next set of items is going to be in the $50 to $100 category. We're getting a little more pricey. But the very first thing that I would say, if you know someone is a coffee drinker, get them a Keurig K-Cup. So that was one of the very first coffee machines that we got when we moved out together. We had the old school, the normal, pot of coffee ones, but I really enjoyed a K-Cup. So along with that, if you wanted to get someone a coffee bean subscription, that goes right along with it. So
Beanbox coffee subscription. That's a pretty cool one. So they get a bunch of different coffees every month, and just kind of a cool, like, the gift that keeps giving, if you will.
Jersey cotton sheets.
Jersey.
Very specific.
Jersey cotton sheets.
My sister got me hooked on these when I was younger. She always had Jersey cotton sheets, and I did not understand why she liked them so much, but we have them on our bed now. And I remember Nick climbing into bed the day after we put them on, and he said, wow, this is nice. Men do not notice sheets, so that says something. The next thing on our list is a Pyrex 19-piece glassware bake set. So you can model it.
These are my all-time favorite of whatever they do.
They come in bowls and casserole dishes. Some of them have lids. They are just, again, Pyrex is like one of my favorite sets ever. These are all oven safe, which is really nice. So they do come in smaller sets too if you don't want to spend so much on such a big set.
So nice.
Next on our list would be the Cuisinart bread maker. That's the one that I've shown in a couple videos. I do use it fairly often, probably about once a week, especially as we get closer to the holidays. It's got a ton of different ways where you can just make pasta, you can make dough, like you can prep your first rise in the bread maker. I love that thing.
And the final thing in this category is going to be a weighted blanket. So, I don't know why it's so amazing, but it is. It's like a blanket that says, I'm here for you.
It hugs you.
It's the blanket that cares. This category is going to be the $100 to $150 range.
This is for your wife, your man,
this is for
your
somebody
mom.
that you like a lot. Like, first thing, questionably the best thing on the list out of everything is going to be these Apple AirPods. Probably the best piece of technology Apple has ever put out. If you don't have them, I'm dead serious. If you don't have them and you get them, you would agree with me. If you don't have them right now and you're like, that's kind of a dumb statement, this will change your life, I promise you.
Next up, I would say the best addition to our knife set is this Petite Santoku. This is by Cutco. Again, I have linked everything on our blog. You can find this online on Amazon, or if you have a Cutco person that you already go through, this Petite Santoku is the one that I use every single day. Next up would be our Amazon, we can't say her name, the A word. She's right back here, you can see her, her lovely.
Alexa, say hi.
Hello.
Thank you, Alexa.
She's so smart. We have the Amazon Echo Show. So what I really loved about this one was that you can pull up recipes on, you can ask.
And it broadcasts it.
You can ask the A word to pull up recipes for you. The smaller version of that is the Echo Spot. So it's similar to this show that you can see behind us, but it's circular, so it has a smaller screen.
And the final thing is going to be a 23andMe Ancestry Test Kit. We both have done it. It's pretty cool. That's
Nick's
it.
family really had no background. They didn't really know where they came from.
I have a background.
No, I mean, they just didn't know. They weren't aware of it. It's an interesting thing, and then it connects you to relatives and stuff like that, depending on what level, again, of membership that you decide to pay
Purchase.
for.
And our final category based on price is going to be the $150 range. If you want to spend that.
First and foremost, I'm going to jump right in and just say the KitchenAid stand mixer is one of the best additions to our kitchen in years.
Other than you, babe. Aw. The next thing is going to be this D-Bot.
We call him Demon Bot.
We call him Demon Bot because our dog hates it. And it's kind of a nice addition. Get your Demon Bot today. I was really, I was hesitant on getting one of these because I was like, no.
They're $180 to $230. It just depends on like when you find them on Amazon, but there are coupons, so wait until there's a good coupon.
And it actually does a really, really good job. Our dog shed a lot, and every morning it goes off at 10 a.m. like clockwork, and every single day we have no dog hair in our house.
Next up would have to be the Apple Watch. So Nick called the AirPods the best addition to Apple's line of products. I completely disagree. I think that my Apple Watch is one of the coolest products in the world because I can talk to it. I mean, it has a lot more functionality. It has like a little screen too, so I feel like you can do more with it. I will show you how dedicated I am to wearing this guy.
I don't get tan lines with AirPods. The next thing is going to be the Cutco vegetable knife. Super duper sharp, used for a lot of vegetables.
You can cut a pumpkin in half with this.
You could literally cut anything.
You guys remember Fruit Ninja, right?
This is where they derived that from.
We also linked the Santoku style trimmer and the cheese knife set for you. Those are two more of our favorites. If you're just building your chef's knife set, those are definitely the ones that we recommend.
And the final one in this one is going to be the Amazon Echo Generation number 2 for about $230.
So we have the Gen 1, which we've had no issues with, but I did want to let you guys know there is a second generation out. That one's the Gen 1.
So our next set of categories is going to be under 5 years old.
Children under 5 years old. So the very first thing that I found was a nightlight. It's a rotating moon and stars nightlight. It has a bunch of different colors on it, so your little kids, I'm talking like a year and younger, really loved that.
The next one is going to be a book called The Wampie Donkey.
If you haven't seen the YouTube video, you have to. I'll link it. I will link it for you.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
It's cute. The next one is the sit to stand walker. So that one, they can sit down and play on it.
Or
on
they
the
can
floor.
stand.
They learn to walk with it, so they can push it around.
For those kids you want to know how to walk.
Like all of them. And then I've also linked ball pit balls and a ball pit and tunnel. Because I have seen a couple of our friends' kids go absolutely nuts for a ball pit. This next one is a personal favorite of mine, magnetic building tiles. I've gotten these as a gift a couple of times. I think I have to unwrap them and play with them before the kid does though, at every birthday party that I've ever taken them to.
Next thing is a teepee tent.
For when you want to play cowboys and Indians. Or just put your stuff away. No, one of our friends actually said that she likes having it in their playroom because she can hide things in it. So it has like little doors and she can just throw stuff in it. The adult equivalent of throwing things under your bed.
Yeah.
The next one on our list would be a Color Wonder Kit. So this is by Crayola. They're markers so that they only work with a certain kind of paper, the Color Wonder paper. So if you have a kid that is prone to writing on the walls or you don't want to get or you don't want to get a parent a gift that they're going to hate you for later, Color Wonder is definitely the way to go. And then the last under 5-year-old kit that we found, a Strider bike or a Strider bike kit. So Striders don't have pedals, which I thought was really neat. It's going to teach your kid balance before you put pedals on and teach them how to start cycling.
So if they get unbalanced, they just set their feet down, rock solid.
So now we're going from 5 to 10-year-olds. So again, these are unisex gifts for kids between the ages of 5 and 10.
Up number 1, a walkie talkie. You walk it, I talk it.
Is that a minor in there?
Everybody loves walkie talkie.
The next up is an illustrated set of Harry Potter books. So books 1 through 3 are illustrated. They are big, but they have some really big pictures in them. If you were a Harry Potter fan when you were younger and you now have children, like me, but there's a set that we've linked for you.
Next thing is going to be a karaoke machine, which you will soon hate after buying a karaoke machine.
I bought my niece one and she loved it. My sister, I think
yelling into the microphone.
She loved it. No. Next up is a classic Legos kit because I have never met a kid who does not like Legos. Girls, boys, adults, I mean, Legos.
Classic.
Yeah, Legos are great. Crazy Forts. So this is a neat product. It's pretty new. There are little connectors, and then there's basically like PVC pipes. So you can make a structure and just throw a sheet over it, and it is a fort, you know, built by your kid's imagination.
And the final thing in this category, which I don't think it should be labeled to just under 10-year-olds, is a remote control car. I want one remote control car. Those things are still fun. The next category is going to be 10-plus-year-olds, so an 11-year-old to 99-year-old. First thing is going to be a small light-up drone. I got one of these
After I had purchased a gift for a small child. Let's just be clear here.
I loved it.
We've already talked about the Amazon Echo and A Word behind us, but there is Amazon Echo Dot for kids. They actually make a kid's version that has a silicone lining around it, so if your kid gets crazy and throws it around, it won't break it. Next up, we have 2 board games for you. Suspicion, which we own. It's a super fun board game, really easy to learn, but it's got like a lot of neat little rules.
Twists and turns.
Like that. And then Watch Your Mouth is also a party game. They have the pieces that go in your mouth that hold your lips open, and you have to say things to each other.
Watch your mouth.
Next up, we're gonna talk about some bikes. The Huffy Beach Cruiser or the Huffy Mountain Bike. Both of those are super highly rated. If you like to go for bike rides with your kids, you need to get them a bike.
And the last thing is going to be a dartboard. We have one in our game room. I think it's just a really great piece to have, and it's something you can just throw at the wall whenever you're chilling.
Literally.
Men, this is for you. So ladies, if you want to know what to buy him, listen up here. First thing is going to be a magnetic wristband, so you can hold like nails or screws. You don't have to hold them in your mouth while you're like drop one, or you can just grab it right from your wrist. Super helpful. The next thing is going to be brain teasers, just in general, I guess.
Nick
just
loves these.
tease their brain a little bit.
Stocking stuffers. I thought they were really fun. That's all that I got Nick for stocking stuffers
I
last
actually
year.
love it. They were. Next thing is going to be Sax underwear, S-A-X-X. They do exactly what they sound like they do. The next thing is going to be funny socks. So like some dress socks.
They have beer or pizza
Yeah,
on
just-
them, or hot dogs that are skiing and stuff like that.
Not like socks that tell jokes, just like funny like GoPro camera is gonna be dope. It's a little on the pricier side, but if you are looking in that budget around 200, 250 bucks, everybody loves a GoPro. We take ours pretty much everywhere we go when we go out of town. Next thing is gonna be running shoes. This is always gonna be great. I mean, nobody ever buys their own running shoes. I've had mine for like 6 years now, and they just get worn out. You forget about them, and then you get new shoes, and you're like, oh my god, this is what comfort feels like. And a 1-year subscriptions to Men's Health. It's only 25 bucks, and they come monthly. You kind of get to read on your off time instead of being on your phone. It's got some great tips that you wouldn't pick up otherwise. I thought it was a really cool gift. I enjoyed receiving it.
The problem was every year they kind of reach out to you again, and they're like, hey, do you want to re-up the subscription? And then you feel bad if you don't re-up it. And this one's for the ladies, so men.
Fellas, listen up.
Listen. So the very first thing I want to talk about are CC knit beanies and scarves. CC is a brand, CC, exactly how it sounds. And they are just these really like chunky scarves. Another one that I linked for you guys is a blanket scarf. This one's by Beth Bridal. Blanket scarves are really big, so they, again, I guess if we're talking about coffee shops and stuff like that, they're just the big fluffy scarves that like cover from here to, you can't, out of the frame that you can't see. Next up,
Assorted bath bombs is up next. You could get this for guys too. I love these.
see, I told you! He does take baths, I told you. Next up, we're gonna talk about the Turbie Twist. Do you know what these are?
Nope.
I'm just curious. These are towels made specifically for your hair.
For your hair. I did know that.
So if you have a long-haired lady or like some real thick hair, those are really nice because they have a little loop in the front so that you can tuck it in and you don't have to worry about your hair for a minute after you get out of the shower. The last thing that I'm gonna talk about is Girl Wash Your Face. It's a book by Rachel Hollis. Super highly rated. I'm not gonna go into details here, but definitely if you're looking for a good stocking stuffer, that's one.
Girl, wash your face!